All right, we're back. New season, 2028. Probably the same season as last time. I missed free agency, so I couldn't really pick nobody up. So, yeah, we just gonna try to repeat with the same squad. We might make some trades later on, but as of right now, yeah. So let's go ahead and get in this season game. Playing against Minnesota. They said they was ready. I probably could have checked and see, but so hopefully my hiccups are gone. I had hiccups like 10 minutes ago. There you go. He was waiting. He was ready. Oh, and blue. Let's see what he got. Keep out zone. So basically, we gotta just worry about the deep out zone and the intermediate passes.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the Minnesota Vikings and the Brooklyn Barons. Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Brooklyn. Taking it to 15, a short kick. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Here's a quick throw to Higgins.
I seen that one coming.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 12 yards on the gain. A great start for this offense.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I probably said thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
Great hole.
A lot more to go.
That was
and
great
getting this
great
just
blocking.
shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground.
All right, now
and he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 5 yards on the carry.
Ain't gonna get too many more of those now.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. This is shaping up to be a really nice-looking drive to get the season underway here.
And how long do you think that they actually have been plotting this drive? I'm talking about the coaching staff, right? They've been thinking about this for a while now, and I think they're executing it even better than what they expected.
Let's see.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Go, Reed. Go.
On play action, they'll throw. They'll roll him out right.
Oh, fumble
He'll be
that.
out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or
Fumble
22.
that.
He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
I do think it's fair to say they were caught off guard a little bit when he decided not to throw it on 1st down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the 1st down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
He's getting those good runs. Those were some great runs.
Vikings. A 22-yard scamper. And the Vikings are on the board here first in the season opener. Excellent start there. First drive of the season. Big-time success putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you got game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
Yeah, it was. But we see some stuff. We see some stuff we can pick up on. I didn't change. I didn't make my subs.
Ready, break.
And they'll send the slot in motion left.
Ready.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And some room to work.
Let's go, Jameer.
There he goes left side. And touchdown. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good.
All right, 0-0. Let's play some defense.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, get that water break and get on out there and play.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Perfect start to the season on their first drive last time out, able to find the end zone. Now we'll see if they can make it 2 for 2 here in week 1.
All right.
And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Back to throw.
I can't get that.
He's free going down the left side. It's a
can't get
race. Touchdown, Vikings. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you know
what I did wrong.
And now with that lead that we're seeing,
I know what I did
can
wrong.
they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
Beat them to the
It's rare
spot.
for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
A tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite.
And the slot man goes in motion left. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And yet again, he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Great job by this Vikings defense. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line. He provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Operating from the gun. Gone. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson.
Ooh, get there.
And he lost the football. And the
wow.
Vikings pick up the football.
Oh,
And his
wow.
crew will take over with the
Good
football
stuff.
at the
Good stuff.
35-yard line. These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case, wide receiver, you got to be careful.
Certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time: completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake at the ball and
I
knock it
can't
free.
believe they gave him
And he gets
that.
this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
19.
They go play action here on 1st down. It's
Ah,
caught in the end zone.
Okay.
Touchdown, Minnesota. T. Higgins.
that Abu
An
gonna get
11-yard
there.
touchdown. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their
I can't
lead.
believe he fumbled
Now
after he
Joey
caught
Sly
that,
for the
though.
point after.
I cannot believe that.
It's good, and it is now
I probably need to
21-7.
change my roster around. Because we got people that's playing in positions they don't
Joey
play
Sly
in.
now to kick off after the touchdown. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
I cannot believe they gave him that.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them: get out there now and get some points on this drive.
18, fight in. 19, Lions.
A pretty wild
I think
first
we
quarter.
like that.
21-7. Our second quarter now. It's Brooklyn in possession as they've got it facing a 2nd and long situation.
19 tight. 19 tight. Back up. Drag him 60.
Back to throw. Pagon.
Come on.
Incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Let's go now.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
70 Rangers. 70 Rangers.
Looking to throw. Pagon. He's going to rifle one deep left side.
We'll take that.
That's into a
We'll
double
take
team,
that.
and it's intercepted.
He tried what he could.
And the Vikings are
But
going to
let's do
take this.
this. Let me just change my depth chart. Oh, my apologies. My depth chart wasn't set. All right, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure. I know he like, man, what the in the world? That's my fault, gang. I did not have my lineup set up.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's brought down.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal.
70 Timberwolves. Hurt. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Check match. 60 Bobcats. 60 Bobcats.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Okay,
Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Touchdown!
Yeah, the first lucky over there. One even over there.
Second touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Vikings
We
are
fine.
looking good
We
here in the
fine.
season
I
opener
promise
as
y'all
they're
we
able to
fine.
extend their lead.
I already seen what it was.
Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Barron 7. Joey Sly set to kick off.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
We good. We just got beat up on a little bit. So people weren't in the right spot.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator.
We missing
Sometimes they
stuff.
just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
Come on, Marvin.
Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Off play action. Pagan. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete.
Dang, man, I hurt Marvin. I hate that Marvin got hurt.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down.
This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
Come on. Set. Trap 60. 18, Rattler. Ready.
On 4th down, Pagan.
Into a sea of defenders having intercepted.
I know why, though.
And the Vikings are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
I know exactly what it
Managed to pick
is.
up about 4. It's 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Like that.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll be taken down.
But that
just
turnover
shy of
is
midfield.
what
It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
10 through 11.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Open man, it's complete to Higgins.
Ain't that we can do.
And he will
He
have
just
a
getting
Vikings
every
first down
better
as they're able to get
position.
the third down conversion.
He
This
had so much
offense in
good better
mid-season
position
form
than
here
what
in
I
the
can
opener.
get to.
It's
That's
first and
crazy.
10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
On third down, they drop to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so they can throw the football.
Sly able to put this one through. Well, I don't know if you ever go into a game expecting to attempt a kick of 62 yards. Charles, not only attempt it, but make it one of the longest kicks that we've ever seen.
Yeah, I'm not sure you ever go into a game expecting to kick one of this distance, but all the better kickers, they do dream of it, and they show what they can do in practice and convince their coaches to give them a chance. That one surely paid off.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that Play did on the last one.
Come on.
And
What's
the
up the
defense
block?
obviously expecting run as well, as they're going to shut that one down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. Well done from a safety to come up there at the line of scrimmage. Nice tackle, too.
Yeah, he actually played into his position, didn't he? He's the strong safety. That means being near the line of scrimmage.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down.
Nothing.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt.
It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half.
I beat myself. It's fine. I'm throwing the ball with a quarterback that I know can't throw the ball. And that's on me. That is on me.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And maybe a chance for a quick completion and then a long field goal try. We'll see.
They'll try and start this drive in the air.
Trying to see somebody make a play for the doggone ball.
Picked off by Alontae Taylor.
And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Somebody make a
Charles,
play
you know, so
for it.
close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Ready, go.
A final shot before break. Pagon. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gutton, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. From deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart,
why did he go
fast,
so slow?
efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front and getting to them. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking them.
And that is incomplete.
Are you
I know
serious?
conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
18, 5 in.
Operating from the gun. Pagan. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Vikings are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far, because
I'm not
too many of their drives
I had to watch
ended in
this
turnovers
back.
already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
Please, Ryan. Hurt.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
I had to watch this back.
Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
It's 2nd down.
Go, Street. Nineteen tight. Street.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And this
Thank you. He dropped a pass
all
now.
over in that
Thank
time,
you.
and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive,
this
that
junk
threw
is
a wrench
so
into what they were trying to
goofy.
accomplish, because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
Cut 19.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Oh, thank you. He threw it in triple coverage this time.
Picked off by Alontae Taylor.
And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
They'll start on the ground here on
Come
first down.
on. What
And
was
that'll hurt the
that?
average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a
What
much better job
was
in the run
that?
game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads
can't
to
make
a
this stuff
2nd and
up.
11. One back in the backfield.
So
He'll
he
get the
just
carry.
looked at him.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of
He
scrimmage.
just looked
It'll
at
go as a
him.
loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense. I think in the future, if you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
On 3rd down, Pagon. He's going to rifle one deep left side.
Thank you.
And this is
Thank
caught at the
you.
20.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
18 Cardinal, 18, 7 Cardinal, 7 Cardinal.
2nd and 10 at the Vikings 18-yard line.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10.
Thank you.
And it's caught. Touchdown. Romeo Dobbs. An 18-yard touchdown grab.
And the Barons are able to cut into that deficit. Now, this opening game has certainly not gone their way to this point, but, yeah, that touchdown, maybe a glimmer of hope for the long season ahead.
And no one in this league likes to talk about moral victories. No one likes to really just say, okay, well, maybe something went right. But you're exactly right about that. A little glimmer there. Maybe they can carry it on.
We'll take it. Oh, yeah, we'll
And it's
definitely take it.
incomplete.
Ah,
The flag is down
boo.
here, so hang on. Let's see what we've got. Looked like some hands both ways. They got it on the offense.
And sometimes there's a
My
fine
whole
line
line
between
getting
being the
hurt, man.
receiver and the DB, and he knocked that one away. Might have caused an incompletion that could have been an interception.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Pulls it in at the 13. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
I did not try to do that.
20-yard line.
On the jump. 60 back there, 60 back there.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
Throwing out right here, caught by
He's
Olave.
getting
And he's got
perfect.
it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Now a play fake here on 1st down.
Thank you.
Looking sideline, incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
Second and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener.
Go, Reed, go.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
Good
For one of the
stop.
few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
Forced out to his left.
Yeah, good D. Good D.
Partner, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
go. Here we go. Buffalo 18. Ready.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw.
I got
That's to his
stuck.
running back, complete. And he is going to pick up the Vikings
That was
first
so
down as they
trash.
manage to convert. And that'll keep the
Not
drive
on him, but
alive.
on me. I got stuck.
Now back to throw. Going for the deep ball. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Well, he reminded us that he was a 1,000-yard receiver a year ago as he starts off week 1 picking up right where he left off. He told us at the end of the preseason he was primed for a big year. He just gave us excellent evidence of his belief.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
But one thing we certainly know, he likes to take those risks deep downfield during games, coverage or not. The coverage was there on that one. No catch, but he's also fortunate. No turnover either.
Good catch.
He's got his
Great
man.
catch.
It's
I
taken
thought I
in
had
for
that
a
one.
Viking touchdown.
Great catch.
T. Higgins with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Vikings are able to extend their
I
lead
thought I
in the
had
final
that one.
seconds of this third quarter.
I need a
Extra point by
QB,
Sly is
man.
up and good. And they won't be able to
I
run
need a
another play.
QB.
Time has expired on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Joey Sly set to kick off.
Sly set to boot it. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone.
I hate how slow that camera went back, though.
At their own 17-yard line.
Get it.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Cougar 19.
Back to throw. Pagon.
Come on, man.
He's
Just
gonna
pick
go
up a
down.
block.
Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. They'll wind up
Why is
losing a
that so
full 9
hard?
yards here on the sack. Now it's third down.
He just running past.
Looking to throw. Pagon. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
Just
And they
running
take this up near the
past
30
him.
before he's taken down. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
9-yard line.
Trap 60. Trap 60. Rattler. 18 Rattler. Go.
Throwing on first down. Pagon. He'll rifle this one deep right side.
Come
He dropped
on.
it.
Really?
And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Really?
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Hustle, hustle, hustle.
There ain't too much you can do when people want to drop the ball.
60 Maverick. Ready.
Off the play fake. Pagon.
Look out!
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. Another solid game-changing play for this defense for the interception. And at this point, though, I don't know that it's game-changing. I mean, they've got this one in firm control.
And you always hear about, you know, those stories about someone left their game plan behind and
He
maybe
ain't
you
gonna do
benefit
it.
from it. I'm not going to say that happened, but they certainly have appeared on defense to be a step ahead this entire game. Guys are always in the right spot in order to make a play.
Yeah, because he's underthrowing stuff. Like, why? Why?
Check, Panthers. Check, contact. Check, contact.
They'll try and run some clock here as they
Like,
keep it on the
why
ground.
is everything so underthrown?
Lift that up to the 46.
The Vikings on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Panther Street, Panther Street.
He'll look to throw. He'll let this go for the end zone.
Nah.
And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
I guess.
Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1,
They
you're just
just
hoping for
getting
that
burnt.
first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly
I
is.
guess.
Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation,
I guess
how great will they feel
he's taking
leaving
that
with a
win in
on
the Super
road
Bowl
against
out
a
on
tough
me.
opponent.
A little work still to do, though.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the
My
touchdown.
bad. I ain't do it. I ain't make it there either.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
Dropping pass. This junk is crazy to me.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that,
7.
partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future.
And my goodness, another
Why is he still in the
interception.
game?
Jalen Petrie
Why is
picks
he
it
still
up,
in the
and the
game?
Vikings are going to take possession of
Why
the
is he
football.
still in the
Well, they've
game?
got
I
the
don't
huge
know.
lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
They'll come out throwing here on first down.
Oh, he'll air this one deep for
He
Judy.
got burnt
And this will be
too
caught. And the
again.
carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
I guess.
Well, CD,
Go
I mean,
ahead.
simply put, if anyone around the league wasn't paying attention to them to start the
Go
season,
ahead.
they will be heading into week 2. This has been an impressive week 1 performance.
They've certainly announced that they are ready
They
to
really
go, haven't
haven't.
they?
We've
They wanted
been
to send a message out to the rest of the league. You better
Best in
put your eyes on
dropping
us.
passes.
We may be someone you have to reckon with.
We can't get no block.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
Let's see what Big Arm got. Boy, it sounds sick a little bit. Not because of the score. Just I am a little under the weather. But it's fine. I'm not. Man, this fucking video game. Week 1.
The offense back out there at the
I'm not
line,
sweating.
ready for their
I'm
next
not
drive.
sweating this.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing,
We're not
CD. But
sweating this.
unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Davis now. He'll find his man, Simi Fehoko. And he's across for the touchdown.
He's just the quarterback I had in the whole game. Just can't throw.
No wonder
You
you're
just
great.
can't
You
put
just
it out
beat
there.
me in our fantasy league.
Indeed, I did, my good man.
He just can't put it out there. You see what just happened? Switch quarterbacks.
Extra
With
point splits the uprights.
better
as they make the
accuracy.
score just a slight
Like
bit
my
more
quarterback that I
respectable here in the
got,
final
the only
quarter
thing
of
that's
play.
good for him is 91 speed. But it don't help when I got to throw. You know what I'm saying? If
The
that makes
kickoff
any
unit
sense.
is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And honestly, I'm not tripping.
This is taken
Not
just
over this
shy of the
guy.
10. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
Okay, ready?
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what
And
we're
we're
looking
gonna
at
do
on
it
the
again.
scoreboard. But they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pull it on.
Burn him
And things have
again.
gotten that way in the NFL.
Burn 'em
haven't they,
again.
partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
19. Hurt, hurt. Right there, hurt.
That one looks like he'll throw here.
He completes it
Good.
to Olave.
Good way to
And
undercut
they'll get it
that.
up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10.
19 light. Hey, smash Bronco.
Back to throw here. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
Picked off by Alontae Taylor.
And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have them set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line.
I think it's safe to say this is a game he's not going to forget anytime soon, Charles. 3 interceptions.
It's rare that we see 3 interceptions by one team, let alone by an individual. And I think that after the second one, he's probably telling his teammates, any ball that's in the air, it's going to be mine. And that turned out to be true.
And the tight end goes in motion left.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
When people talk about plays being blown up, that's exactly what they're talking about. That's Exhibit A for physical play.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
Incomplete.
Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers. So a lot of credit to the defensive game plan and especially the execution.
From the 8, it's 3rd and goal.
He just
Only
pushed
able to
me
pick up a yard, and that's going
all
to
the
leave
way
him with a
back,
long 4th and goal. Now
That's
another
pushing
timeout
me
called for
all
by
the way
the
back.
offense as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining.
Seven.
Get up. 19 tight. 60 Vikings.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
Pick.
And it's going to be batted down.
After
They're
that's
going
also
the other
late.
way with the football. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This
After so
one, it was
late.
already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the fourth quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people really...
And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will cut this lead down to 25.
52. Vikings 27.
We can't win no game with 7
Now to kick this
turnovers.
one away, and off
It's
it
fine.
goes.
We see now that the other quarterback, he might
A
not
fairly
be
short
it.
kick from the 14.
He might not be it.
At their own 14-yard line.
Dragon 60. Cup 19. Cup 19. 70 Ranger. 70 Ranger.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to try and go deep again.
Dang.
And now here's another interception. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And that
can't cut
will
that
write a
cross.
finish to this ball game.
That's fine. We see Eric
The
Tuga
CDO is a
improve,
little
man.
extra excitement for
That's
week
what all
one.
this
One
is
of our
about.
early window games here in week one on a Sunday.
Everything
comes
is
to a
about
close.
improvement.
Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on
That
their
was a
record.
good game, though.
But
I ain't gonna
everyone's
take
got to
that from
build
him.
off
Good
of
game,
that
bro.
opener.
Good
And how many
game.
coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between week 1 and week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for Minnesota, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for the home team here, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.
Yeah, he beat me. He beat me bad. But my backup had to come in to say today, what are we looking at? Let's see this team stats. 400 yards, 132 rushing, almost 300 passing. 6 turnovers. We turned the ball over 6 times. Backup came in and completed, had more passing yards and more touchdowns than the starter. Come on, man. Come on, man. Besides that one, Gibbs ain't do nothing. I didn't set my stuff up. And then my number 1 receiver got hurt. Oh man, let's look at this. Let's see how this season already started funky because I missed the draft. Then my receiver get hurt. Then we get blown out week 1. So I guess he's good. Okay. So he's good. So let's just go ahead and set everything up now. All right. I think Davis probably take over. Yeah, Davis gonna take over. That. Dang, like Wally done lost his job. Alright. Well, that conclude week 1. We finally set our roster. Alright. So appreciate everybody dropping through. We gonna call it until next time, y'all. We gone.